Okay, I'm going to do a set of licks that are going to be based around a very popular sort of concept within the Van Halen style. And that's going to be this. If we're playing, I just want you to imagine, if you will, that we're playing a rock blues type thing in the key of A. And what happens is there's some scales that you can mix up here. A lot of people use the pentatonic. I'm sure we all do the Dorian. Another scale called the Mixolydian. Now, if you look at these scales, they all, apart from the high E string and the low E string, they all have this note that will sit one below the 5th fret. So you have 4th fret on the A string, 4th fret on the D string, 4th fret on the G string, and the 4th fret on the B string. And the idea here is, if we're playing in A, for example, that will be the major 3rd. This will be the 6th, like in Dorian. This will be the 9th, like in Dorian. This will be the flat 5, like in the blues scale. Okay, and we can even use this A flat to a degree, and I'll show you that in a minute, but the majority of licks I'm going to do are going to be using these 4 notes, and I'm going to connect them to the notes that lie within the pentatonic. Okay, which is going to be 5 to 7 on the A, 5 to 7 on the D, 5 to 7 on the G, and 5 to 7 on the B. So that will give us this. Now, one of the first things that Edward will do is he'll just literally just run that low. And then he might catch that one there, and because it's going past so quickly, we'll just hit it. Okay, so what you're doing there is just striking the note and just hammering up. And you can go straight up like that, or like you can go 2, or alternate. And then what you'll often do is then go off into another part of the scale, okay? And he'll sometimes mix that up with this idea where he'll be playing. So we'll go 5, 7, 9. And sometimes he'll even do that. So what will happen is you'll get this other, what they sometimes call super shapes. And it's going by so fast that A flat would normally, in a typical, it would sound kind of weird, but when it's going by at this speed, it doesn't necessarily become apparent. And then what he'll do is he'll mix these 2 ideas up. You can mix those together. Now, another really tasty idea is that you take this 4th fret on the G here, you hit it once, and then you hit that note there, which is a D on the 7th fret G string, pull off that 5th fret G string, and then strike that 7D. And you actually get a 5-note lick, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you play it fast enough and space all the notes out so you're not going, you're doing it. Starts to sound like triplets, and that's the general idea. And then what you do is you add a little bit of palm muting, and it makes it sound a touch more picked, percussive. And because of the beauty of this shape, you can then play that on any pairs of the strings. And then if you want to use it as a run, as you come down, hopefully you can see how I'm across in there. And all I did there was just moved up onto the other. Okay, and then he combines that with other ideas where he'll say maybe go up one. So you're just going up one string, and then playing that lick, then back up the string again. Okay, another one that we've got here is using the same idea of using these, but we're going to kind of break them up into pairs. So what we're going to do is this lick. I'll just play it slowly. It might make more sense if I just do it. So basically what we're doing is hammering on and pulling off from 4 to 5 on the B string. And then moving across, pulling off from 7 to 5 on the G, and then ending up on that 7th fret D string there. Well, that's a great lick within itself, but the nice thing is because, again, these shapes are symmetrical, in other words, they're all the same. You can do the same lick on the next pair of strings. Pair of strings, and then off, and then and that one that he does there, so all he's doing is just pulling off from 7 to 5 to 0, and hitting an A. So just quickly hammer on and pull off from 4 to 5 on the B, then pull off from 7 to 5 on the G, and then play 7D, 4 to 5 on the G, 7 to 5 on the D, finish on the A, 7th fret, and then 4 to 5 on the D, 7-5 to open, open A. So I don't know why I'm playing that chord, it should be an A. That's it. You can also vary. The great thing about most Van Halen things is they're not like set things, you can really just do lots with them. So there you can... just repeat it and just make up your own stuff. Okay, I'm going to show you a couple of other ideas using this same concept. We're going to move up to the key of B now. Very simply, first one is he'll go up 3 on this shape and then back 1. And he'll either go back to the first one he played, or he'll carry on from the second string, so just doing it slowly. Back 1 and then start the lick on that same string. Now that's the one that's going to be the problem, but if we're going as fast as we probably will be, as long as you hit that beat at the end, you'll be all right. So I'm going. And that's how we get that effect. Okay, now there's another way that he comes back as well, not just going up and then he goes like this. and he uses that as a lick within itself. And the lick is that you play 6, hammer to 7, play 9 on the D, and then hammer up from 6, 7 to 9. And quite a few times you'll pick those last 3 notes. And that's how it does it. And then he'll also use that to change direction on the run. So he'll go up, up. Like that. But that is the main one there. Okay, now another little way he uses this shape to come back down is like this. And that is hammering, in this case, from 6 to 7. Then play 9, then go back to there again, which is that 6. And then play 7 to 9. And then you do exactly the same on the string you're on. And then just come down to that minor third just to finish off.